impactful, that energy that we release. So meditators, just by doing meditation, set of people coming to the doing meditation, it is they're emitting that energy field is being expanded around that area. So it becomes an obvious choice that if we meditate, the people around, the places around will naturally start getting better. Now they have their intentions. A group of meditators come together, and if they intend and they do something, then it is consistently, historically, it's got definite results that we've seen again and again and again. In the Washington, D.C. area, they've done experimentation. So about 700 to 800 people. They meditated for 6 weeks, and then they saw the crime rate dropping. There are many such experiments have been done where people sat together for a common intention. It happens. We all know that. So meditators, as all of us are building a great community just by getting that positivity, positive energy. We don't have to do anything. And then you will also notice that when we are regular, serious, sincere meditators, along with as we expanding our wisdom, we naturally become magnetic, like a magnet. Everyone will exhibit that, so naturally become magnet. Like magnet attracts all the iron around, so it's all coming towards the magnet. It's going to happen. It happens. It's already happening for some of you. So building a world peace, community peace starts with an individual becoming peaceful because it is doing. Just like the lamp on the street, when it is lit up in the night, it is emitting that energy no matter what, whether you like it or not like it, right? Any person who comes under the lamp as they're walking by, but they come across the lamp, they're going to be lit up. Like the fragrance of the flowers. So they're going to receive it. They're going to be there. So friends, meditation is like that. Because it's fundamentally everything, that energy is based on the thought, and then we are lowering the thought frequency of the negative thought frequency, and we are into the positive territory or miraculous territory all the time, so naturally emitting a very beautiful positive energy. And we also understand through the spiritual quotient we are one, so we do not carry, and we are slowly dropping everything that we have against somebody. That's why in meditation, that's why meditation is a very powerful tool to establish that coexisting, peaceful world community. Slowly, we also drop the differences as you know it. Most of the competition goes away, competing behavior goes away. Competition for excellence is there, but not for dominance, right? We understood this. So, it is a gateway to a great, peaceful, coexistent community and society. Before we ask somebody to do something, we can become that fully. When Angulimala came in contact with Buddha, he changed. So we know that now people who are, we felt are maybe rogues or crooks, or maybe people who just didn't have their mind and just always do stuff. When we recognize our thoughts create reality, we can actually influence a lot of that behavior. And they will change too. Absolutely, they will change. Slowly and slowly, they will change. And also, I wanted to, before we start our meditation, as we are meditating, we are gaining powers. We do get powers. We will be able to read somebody's aura. Sometimes we are able to feel the energy, or we have a lot of energy to heal. All of those things will start happening. If someone is doing a lot of meditation, you will have a lot of energy. But the golden rule in meditation is that we do not extend our energy intentionally to somebody to heal somebody, to solve somebody's problem. We share our knowledge, we give that enablement. But when we see suffering, we don't go and then start giving that energy extensively, saying that, okay, let them come out of the problems, come out of the problems, come out of the problems. And then we don't give that energy like that, because everybody's got that same understanding, everybody's got the same level of capacity. We understood this. And if we do something to them today, nice, here is my energy and blessing to you, they come back to you tomorrow. We know that, right? We do it very well when it comes to our children. We will not do their homework. We say, you do it because school has asked you to do. Rare cases, exceptional cases, we support, encourage, we might do it, but that's a really exception. So same way, when we gain powers, we don't make them parasites on us by giving them energy and solving their problems just like that. First instant they come to you, sir, I have this problem, can you tell me what to do? First instant they'll come without even making an attempt to understand, read, expand their conscious knowledge, meditate, nothing. Because easy, right? Just like go to a medical shop, you get a tablet and I can just immediately cure myself. So dependency, but it's only solving a few problems, not many problems. So there is a challenge. So friends, we utilize our knowledge to be rightfully given to people. Knowledge we give, because knowledge is there. You sit down and meditate. Yes, if somebody is feeling hungry, we got to feed them, give them nice food, and then they're ready to take meditation, then we give meditation. That's why Pyramid Valley is giving annadana, because when someone comes, there is no question of food coming in the way, so we give free for food. And then some people who cannot afford at all, so we give them free accommodation for 3 days, 4 days, and then they can stay in dormitories and then learn meditation and go. But only for that extent. We're not giving free food every day because somebody is not this. Every day we keep giving food, then every day they'll keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back without doing any meditation. Then there's no understanding that, yes, I can actually have the same power, and then I can change my psyche, and then as a result, I'm going to get a job. I can absolutely make a manifestation of myself just by changing my thought. That they're set for the whole lifetime, right? Set for the whole lifetime, whether they are in a job or outside the job. They have money, no money, but they set for a whole lifetime. When they understand that my thoughts create reality, with meditation, I can gain that happiness that otherwise is not there outside. So it becomes pretty obvious, dear friends, that with our energies, the newfound energies, we utilize it for the right cause. We utilize it for right cause, for ourselves and for teaching as much as possible, or helping create that awareness, participating in the many other spiritual events where the goal is the same, to teach to as many people. Utilize our energies in the right way, but less of, rather practically no healing. No healing. It's clearly interference in the patterns of somebody's lives. Just like we keep doing the homework for a child every day, suddenly 18 years, 12th grade passed, he goes somewhere to the hostel, sorry, there's nobody to do the homework. What does he do? Zero confidence, don't know how to learn. Suddenly dropped. Exact same thing happens for people who are having challenges. If we don't let them race through the challenge and then keep solving the problem without unasked. But yes, as a mentor, we will address them, we'll give them solution, but not at the drop of the hat just because they're coming. We got to also assess seriousness of the individual. and then give them back. Go back. Yes, practice meditation. Go back. Okay, you utilize pyramid energy. Go back. Study this book. Come back. What you learned. Because by doing so, they also actually find their strength to solve the challenges by themselves. So that's why Patriji is constantly saying no healing, Reiki, and this and that, and only young children, less than 5 years, mothers, they are dependent on mothers physically. So we sit next to them and meditate. Maybe that one hand here, there can be there. Young children, 5 to 10, still are early. Sit next to them and meditate, not give any energy, but because they're just in the positive aura. But anybody else, they have to meditate with themselves. You might have a lot of energy as a mother, but then you got to work on your child to meditate or read books at least. Hey friends, so we will go into that meditation once again, which is helping create community peace, peaceful coexistence, like the light, helping us shine like the light. Relax yourself. For those of you new, we are doing breath mindfulness meditation. In this meditation, our goal is to empty the mind. For that, we observe the breath. When we observe normal, natural breath, our mind becomes empty automatically. We have thousands of thoughts. All of the thoughts slowly come down, come down, come down, come down. And when we empty the mind of all the thoughts, then we are becoming one with the whole emptiness or the energy field out there. Everything is energy, everything is emptiness. Even as our body is totally empty, according to even science now, quantum physics. So we become and experience that energy and that emptiness. In that emptiness and energy, everybody is connected to each other because it's all a single continuous energy field. So we all become one. So we experience that wholeness, oneness. We feel, we have different experiences when we are in this meditative state where we're not aware of a body. So we observe the breath to become totally empty of all thoughts. When we become empty of all thoughts, we become totally empty, inside, outside, all around, and we experience energy. And before that, we are doing a process called heart elevation to feel love and gratitude in our heart as elevated emotions in our heart. So the process for meditation is this, and our breath mindfulness meditation is you cross your feet, cross your fingers into fingers, close your eyes, remove the specs. Sthira Sukhasanam. So it's a Sukhasanam, comfortable posture. And then we observe the natural normal breath, Sukhamaya Pranayama. So the Pranayama, but it is observing the natural one. Sukhamaya is whatever is that is there, which is very naturally is what it is for you right now. Is effortless, easy, simple. That breath we're just observing without altering the breath. No forceful exhalation, inhalation, no Rechika, Kumbhaka holding the breath and all that. We just keep observing that natural breath that is there. The rhythm of the breath can be different from different individuals, but we just observe whatever is your rhythm. We just observe that air is going in, air is coming out. That's it. Our whole duration of breath mindfulness meditation, we're observing the breath. Thoughts, we go to thoughts, we come back to the breath. Mind wanders to the thoughts again. After a minute or two, you recognize and then come back to the breath. My guidance can help in there. And then when you're doing so slowly, as the more we train, we come back to the breath. And then there are moments of time where we go into the emptiness, and as an emptiness time, we experience an energy. You may feel, not feel, doesn't matter. But you just need to be with the breath. So relax yourself. So we're going into this elevated heart state before. Just follow my guidance, very easy, actually, where you got to feel love and gratitude or a compassion, a higher emotion in our heart. Relax yourself. Oh, what is that? Okay. Sit comfortably. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, fingers, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart and on your breath. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more of that slow, relaxing breath and feel that seat of all emotions. Which is nurturing all life with its love energy, gratitude energy. Can you feel that love, gratitude inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude, and feel that breath and feel the love, that gratitude inside your sacred heart. We're all one, as specks of energy deep inside. In this quantum energy field, in this universe, everything is connected to everything else. In this energy field with no separation. Love, gratitude, compassion, adventure, kindness are all the ways to connect life with each other, to help life thrive, to help life expand. Can you feel that energy inside your beautiful heart. And you radiate that energy beyond your body, onto every corner of this planet Earth. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel that love, that gratitude. Inside your beautiful heart. Allow yourself to become one with every body and everything with that energy. Dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap with your eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. In this meditation, we are mindful of our normal breath. Or we observe our normal breath for the whole duration. breath, become one with that in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to be with your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. natural to have thoughts. When you recognize gently, come back to observing your in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As you observe the breath, allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. When our mind is becoming empty, recognize we are channeling all the energy into the generous present moment. And as those redundant, negative, anxious, stressful thoughts go down, recognize we are allowing our body to function at its best and heal itself and gain that immunity. your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. Can you feel that emptiness inside your body? Can you feel any sensation in your body? Can you become aware of that emptiness all around your body as you're becoming one with your breath? Allow yourself to go deeper into that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, no place, and no time. All emptiness is energy. That's energy in the quantum field of infinite possibility. Stay aware of that energies, of that emptiness as no body. And tune in to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, love energy, miraculous energy, and whatever that you can become aware of. By yourself to go deeper and deeper. Friends, let's express gratitude. It's an honor and privilege to be living and exploring consciousness at this time of history. Can you be grateful to your parents for giving us this connection into this universe? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding their wisdom. Be deeply thankful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, relatives, colleagues, everybody, for helping us learn so many things. Be deeply thankful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, animals, Mother Earth, sun and the moon, for being an integral part in our life and filling our lives with beauty, mystery and energy. Be grateful to all the places and all the things, the system that we have, our governments, companies, and the servicemen, the people that help us, support our life in many ways. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe for allowing us to live so much more in this life.
All is well, I can rest, I am safe. All is well, all is well, I can rest, I am safe.
Relax yourself.
All is well, all is well.
Feel your body.
I can rest, I am safe.
Relax and recollect your experience from the session.
All is well. All is
How did you
well.
feel?
I can rest.
Where did you
I
go?
am safe. All is
What did you experience?
all is well. All is well. All is well. All is
And
well.
whenever you're ready,
All is well.
you can keep your hands on
I
your eyes for 5
can
seconds and then open your eyes.
I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can rest. I am safe. All is well.
Thank you, friends, for another powerful group meditation. We are doing it. From learning, we are into the doing, and it's sooner. I might have become being for many, meaning you have to have that meditation without which you can't. In the day, somewhere, you got to have that. It's going to be that way. So, I hope you enjoyed it. And this week, we are into the 5th week in learning and understanding two important aspects: purpose of life, getting that clarity, and second is increasing our enjoyment quotient significantly by creation. Ultimately, we recognize that there is infinite ways of enjoying. Life is for experiencing, and every experience brings enjoyment. New experience, new enjoyment. So there is no limit to what we can experience, right? So we'll understand that too. We've got all foundations laid out: physical quotient, intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient. So now we get clearer and better of exactly how we want to channelize all the energies that we've got, understanding we have, and then enjoy infinitely. That's it. So, purpose of life is our topic today, and it is something that everybody wants to know, right? We all want to know, what is my purpose? If everything that we create has a purpose, there is a purpose of why we create something, right? A cell phone has got a purpose. If we create a book, the book is there for, it is serving some purpose. It is there. When we create a company, it has got a purpose, isn't it? The companies are there for solving a specific problem, right? And they're actually going through, they're trying to figure out and solve a problem. In the process, they're also, the people who are in the company are experiencing certain elements, certain type of things there, because they all are aligned to the company's purpose. This banking company, this IT company, this fabrication company. So if the companies have purposes, Every object has purpose. Obviously, as an individual, we have purpose too, right? It's got to be. We are much bigger, much grander version of any of this that can be. So there is a purpose for us too. Now, the purpose of life, when we use this word, very few people might understand early on what their purpose for this life is. It can be clearly understood one when goes back into looking into the past, not of the past of this life, but past into other lifetimes. But we'll keep that aside. Only if we are able to reveal our current lifetime purpose through through a regression. But that's a different subject. Not everybody needs to know about it. It is just this much to understand that every life we have a purpose. We come here with a purpose. But however, the whole purpose for the life may not be known. Even Gautama Buddha did not know until the age of 29, until the age of 35. He did not even know that what is his purpose. Only after 6 years of various trials and this and that, finally understood that this is my purpose, that I have to go and then teach to everybody. Patriji understood his purpose, he says, in 1979. That's the age of 30 years, 47, 33, 32 maybe. So it is fine that it is not necessary that we understand the purpose very early on. But however, the purpose, at every given time, we have a certain thing to do, because we slowly go and align to our life purpose as we go along. For somebody, the purpose could be to only master anger. So they will only be going into a situation after situation and mastering anger for the whole lifetime. For somebody, it could be just acquiring, they wanted to feel what it means to be experiencing acquiring a lot of knowledge. So they go on studying. And they also recognize that, okay, if I study and then I get a degree, and then they also recognize that by sharing, I get more. So they keep sharing. So purpose, while there is an overarching purpose in our lifetime, which may not be revealed immediately, but there is definitely a purpose that is getting revealed to us as we are going along in the current moment. So there is a purpose for next 2 years, 3 years, what do you do? Next few years, what is it that I need to overarching do? One is the task, what I need to do now, today, tomorrow, that's different. But in the next 3-4 years, next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on the time frame, is slightly varying. But for some, it could be like next 15 years, this is what I'm going to do, if we name it that clarity. But in any given moment, we have a purpose which is being revealed to us, which is good, which is potentially there, that you are going to do that thing for the next 3-4 years. And then in the process, you also learn. So the purposes are different for each person. My purpose is different from your purpose. That is very obvious. But whatever we do for the next 2-3 years, what is it I need to do? So we need to bring that understanding, right? So that we have a lot of things we want to achieve. I want to learn the music. I want to grow in my corporate ladder. I want to start the business. I have to go and then build a house. I want to go and serve this community. Everything is there. Everything can be done, but there are a few things that really stick well to us. So we try to understand what is that I want to do, I need to do, or will give me happiness. In the end of the day, anything that we do, as long as it gives learning and enjoyment, these two things are important in whatever we do. At a broad level, purpose When we don't know what is specific purpose, broad level purpose of life is to learn and enjoy, because as we come here to experience newer and newer things. We come here for that particularly. So we keep on experiencing. So it's not about repeating the same thing, but instead always constantly experience something new. So purpose is to learn and enjoy. So when we learn, knowledge is because of experience, we learn this. So when we learn something new, then it naturally leads to new experience and hence a newer feelings and enjoyments. The purpose of a life broadly, when we don't know the specifics, is about learning and enjoyment. So whatever we do, if we are not at any given time, we are just don't have any learning anymore, then it means that we have to look to change the ways. If our job is no longer giving the learning anymore, but we become complacent, we become comfortable in that comfort zone and just sit through it, say, okay, gaadi chal raha hai, so chalne do. But it's not going to give us happiness. If we go into the boredom, we slowly withdraw when we do that. So learning without enjoyment is boring, and then enjoyment without learning is boring. Both are boredom, both lead to stagnation. Just because people around me are, acquiring property after property after property, so you're just doing it. There is no enjoyment. You don't even know what to do with it. Neither can you enjoy it, but you just are rat race. You're just doing it, or you're just going on studying for degree after degree to satisfy the ego. In many cases, without necessarily even enjoying what you are learning for. Multiple degrees, multiple PhDs, unless you really, really feel for it and then do it, is one. Just because a lot of people in my family are all very academically qualified, doing multiple things, I also want to do multiple things like that because influence through them. What's the point? We don't enjoy. And so that learning cannot be sustained. Enjoyment without learning is like watching a movie again and again and again. So only once, a second time, a third time it's there, you will learn something out of it. But afterwards, it's just you're addicted to a specific sequence, a specific grammar, something, and then we just keep doing it. And we watch the movie, and then suddenly we realize, where did I waste my time? I wasted my time. I pushed myself in doing something. So we are consciously aware in everything we do. Am I repeating? Am I just making it like a drill? Just going as a routine. So routine we have to break. We break the routine when we start understanding, when we start gaining the clarity. In meditation, we all are gaining the clarity to find my current purpose, what I need to do. So we got to first break the routine. So then there are two things that we constantly hear: listening to the heart, listening to the mind in purpose. So meditation is increasing slowly the intuition capability. Meditation, as is dropping the 95% of the thought that are redundant, unnecessary, then it brings increases the clarity of the rest of the 5% that is there, which is really important for us. It increases the clarity for us. It tells you through intuition, it tells you through messages. So this concept of listening to the heart, listening to the mind is there. We we as much as possible take a decision that we feel, take on something that we feel is heart centered, that it is really coming from inside deeply. It is long term oriented. Typically, when you are listening to something from a heart, it's long term oriented, it's not instant gratification. It is coming from subconscious. You will know where is this depth of how am I feeling so strongly about this project that I need to do. you will feel that energy from inside. Maybe through meditation, over a period, meditation will increasing our intuition quotient. Because scientifically, because we drop all other things that are not necessary. And if always it is looking for long lasting, longer term fulfillment, I'm talking about broader projects, bigger things that you want to do, like learning music for the lifetime, like venturing into this company, like taking up this job which we may be doing for the next 5 years, like of course going to another country and then living there, because then now you suddenly you're living your changes, right? Your environment changes, and then you're going to learn something else. So heart is intuition is always telling us long term, is based on the wisdom of the past, also is based on sometimes things that you're surprised and say, hey, how is it coming? I never even thought about this, it's coming from me. It gives you those messages. It's very long term oriented. The benefit of it is long term oriented. Mind is instantaneous gratification, short term. It's typically based on very recent events that are either traumatic or just based on the recent events. A party, you celebrate, you're happy, you're in that mode, and then somebody gave you advice, right? You just want to jump into then do that. Or there is a bad incident in life, and then because of which people advise, or you also make immediate quick emotional reaction, determination, and say, okay, that's it, I'm quitting. I'm quitting this job because something happened. And then you move away, potentially moving away from a current purpose there. That's called mind-based decisions, short-term oriented. So heart-based and mind-based, and then with meditation, we are slowly helping increase our intuition quotient, increasing our clarity of what is that I want to do. It is simple. You can apply a formula and say, if I'm there only for 1 year, what all things I want to do? Now, coming from where you're not clear about heart-based decisions, how do we do? But if we have very short time left, and then what are things that are very important for you? The moment you start thinking about it and say, this is something I want to accomplish, chances are those are the ones that you're already maybe receiving messages through meditation, but we may be keeping aside. I was very deeply into running my company and getting that company acquired. Logical conclusion. We're trying to take it to a logical conclusion. In IT services, in IT companies, software, very few of them independently exist. Many startups, when they are solving a specific niche, then you want to get it acquired. With a larger company, it's got a bigger ecosystem. So I was deeply working for it. Every time, ever since I had gone into meditation, there are periods of time where I was very clear. There is a period of time where it was so clear to me that I needed to go and then work on Pyramid Valley project, even though I was running my other company, my software company. It was going, and its time also cooperated. It was a low time. It was a time where it is completely, the industry was down, market was down, 2009 to 12. I mean, 2007 to 10, 11. So it's very clear that time I had opportunities to go and then join some other company because we're not doing that great as a company for ourselves, or do service. But it was my intuition was so strong, it was natural for me to go and spend maximum amount of time in working on this Pyramid Valley project. 4 years, and then people were telling me that, Chandra, I think you're going to leave your company very soon. But tell you what, came 2012, my interest level quite a bit turned. Where I was involved in every brick of Pyramid Valley, in actually building every facility, and then I was so deeply attached to it in the sense of passionate about it every week. And 2 times a week, I used to go there and then look at the construction, this and that. But came 2012, after 4 years of extensive activity, of course, been with Valley Project since 2003. this international meditation center. But the time came where intuition was very, very clearly pushing me, say, you got to go back and focus on your company now. It just naturally came. I was listening, and so with your meditation regularly, suddenly it shifted. So it was great. For the next 5 years, I was totally focused on our company, and I was focused. I was not thinking what to do next. Because as a startup founder, you will think of, okay, do another company, right? I was not thinking yet. But broadly, I know that I want to get into full-time service, but don't know how. I wanted to get the company acquired as a CEO by a large company and then exit and then do a full-time service maybe. But again, towards the end of that process, sometime in 2016, over a period of 6 weeks, this thought came to me very deeply. Over a period of 6 weeks, as we were closing in this transaction, suddenly things started occurring to my mind. Okay, so what are you going to do now? Until then, I was not even thinking. My singular focus was to get acquired. And as the goal was materializing, so our intuition starts playing in again, and the message start coming and say, what are you going to do now, Chandra? I was just driving around in New York areas. What are you going to do? And then the answer came, answer came, okay, you're going into this a multinational as they're buying your company. So going in there, so don't think of exiting, because by then we're not even close to negotiation, because usually there is something called golden handcuffs, right? You got to stay with the company for some time. So not thinking of exiting yet. And so that time it revealed to me that this company called IBM, if they are very, very mature, process-oriented, employee-respected companies, so would you then not want to be teaching meditation there if that's your goal, to go and teach into corporates? Why would you just leave immediately? Why would you not spend time there? So that developed slowly over a period in the next 4 weeks, what I can do. It slowly crystallized into, is it meditation to everybody, meditation to leaders? Or should I try to get them into meditation outside into a center like Soul Trends or Pyramid Valley? Or should I teach inside? So there are various combinations possible, right? Essentially teaching into the IBM folks. But then that clarity came in by the time we're completing this exercise of acquisition, that I will spend my time as much as possible. I will not leave immediately. I will not negotiate for something lesser, but I will stay there and then teach meditation to the leadership as much as possible. That was the conclusion that I came into. But it all came as I was paying close attention. So, like that, friends, we will get, then the rest was history. We're able to work very closely with Lawrence, and then see, when we have intention, things happen. So Lawrence was a general manager, a senior position. I was vice president, so one position below, but it didn't matter, right? But to do leadership, you need to have somebody who is influential enough. So together we could combine and then reach to many, many leaders and then introduce meditation. Definitely thousands plus leaders have learned meditation, in addition to many, many employees. Thousands of employees learn meditation. But awareness has been created, introduced. So how can we do this? Is we listen in, tune in a meditation process. It is naturally going to happen. Early mornings, particularly when we are in the low, clear theta alpha states, that is low mind wave frequency states, there's a great time to listen, not fill up our cup fully. As soon as you wake up, just listen to what's happening. What is that coming to your mind? Very important time. That's not the time to just immediately wake up from the bed and don't plan for your day. Instead, open up and then be open to receive things. Yes, you get your opportunity to plan for the day too, but not the moment you wake up. As you're brushing in, as you're taking shower, those are the great times to be open to receive things, and then there are always things that are coming in our way. We don't have to hurry up in learning, and then it can take a month or 2 weeks, whatever, but then you can pace it out and then slowly listen in and say, is this right? You ask a question in your meditations. We ask a question, we put an intent and say, I'm seeking answer. And then it can show up in the form of an email or message or a friend coming in and saying or anything related to it. Or you might meet a person, suddenly a businessman you might meet who is in that area. Those are all synchronicities, right? It's all about synchronicities. People ask for it before going to sleep. You ask a question and then your dreams become clearer, so you might get something in the dream. And we go back and then reflect upon the entire life sequence of things that we've done, connecting the dots, we call. We also can connect the dots in our life. With your current meditation experience, you connect the dots. But one thing is certain, that all our skill and the learning that we are doing ever since we are childhood, everything is going to be utilized into a purpose in one way or the other. No amount of effort that we learn, very rarely, if somebody has taken a very chosen wrong profession, for example, by force, then all of that probably will go away, right? But otherwise, very rarely, we're all generally getting aligned to our purposes because our inner is so intelligent that it is pushing us constantly. It's just that we don't accept it because we just diverged into mind-based play and we don't accept and say, I have a poor thing. But when we start accepting, we start looking at it and say it is the best thing. Like Steve Jobs. It's the best thing that has happened to him. He didn't accept when he was pushed out of Apple immediately, for some time. But then he was also very spiritual, so he understood pretty quickly. But then he says it is one of the good things that happened. So whatever that we've been thinking from childhood on, especially in the formative years of 12 to 18 years, we've been having clear certain ideas of this is what you want to become. You want to go and serve. You want to go and create things you want to do. And generally our purpose is getting aligned to that. But we will listen in through a message that we receive and then connect the dots into our life, various sequence of events that have happened. My life, I wanted to help, I wanted to do service. Purpose also gets assigned, attached based on the father and mother's overarching what they stood for in their life. Your father and mother, what did they stand for? We read this book, Celestial Prophecy. I mentioned about this book by James Redfield. Talks about purpose to an extent. So whatever is your father stood for, in my case, my father always wanted to help in his own capacity. So he was village president, where he would try to bring the road for the village, and then he got the school from 5th grade to 10th grade. So he got the permission, so that now we are all children growing up, so necessity breeds invention, I guess, but he always wanted to help. So then we got high school, into the village. Likewise, right now there are many things that he would do. So we, as we grow up, then we also influenced, right? But it's not influencing, it's we choose an environment where we choose an environment to have that qualities imbibed in us. So I wanted to serve. Initially, I wanted to go into these administrative services. But they also had this passion for studies, but there was an event where I needed to support my family. So rather than appearing for competitive exams, I went off into doing computer science in BITS Pilani. So I was living a lot of deeply, I was enjoying programming, coding. I loved it. Every minute I loved it. I didn't know what I was setting up for, but then suddenly we came back to India from the United States. Suddenly we came back to India. Suddenly means always wanted to be back in India for some reason. Now I like to be living there. Not to say that anything wrong, but I wanted to be here. And I came back and then I met Patriji. So the service thing that I wanted to do seems like is getting really deeply fulfilled in spiritual side. Initially, I wanted to do service, help others, but I didn't know that it is this service. But that is coming out. So when Patriji, Dr. GK, and then gotten into service, managing trustee of Pyramid Valley, about 3 lakh people annually visit. So there is a lot of public service that you do. So now, you know, now with this current initiative of the CEO Foundation, so I'm very sure that we will be working with people. So my purpose was initially, young days, I wanted to do the service, but it is getting fulfilled in a similar way, grander way, but I think in a different field. It's not just a social service, if you will, that my father was doing, but it was there. My mother stands for a quietly working. If people did not work, also quietly go in and do the work, quietly do the job. expectation less, raising 7 children, expectation less. Quietly has to go and then work, very diligent, very hardworking. So I guess I imbibed those qualities from her. And we marry these two, and then we sort of execute into anything that we receive. But service was there as an overarching theme from my father and mother. So we all can take from, in a large part, the most influential people in our life at that time. For most people, okay, exceptions are always there. For most people, that gives us a clue as to where I go over a period, longer term, as my life purpose, right? As life purpose, and then we listen into our heart closely. The technology experience that I've you gained during this period, I know for sure that I deep inside I feel that we're going to create a technology for spiritual advancement for sure. This is going to happen. I mean, so clarity is there. So much, there are several ideas around it. So I'm not at all, when I came out of IBM to do this full time, this foundation is a starting point, but then absolutely we are going to create a technology which is going to enable spiritual advancement and meditation advancement for many, many people. It's going to happen. Because I do believe that whatever that we're given as a caliber capability, we're going to utilize. That management capability, leadership capability that I've gained through running companies or IBM is very well going to be utilized. So is for each one and every one of us, friends. We have the management capability. So many of your leaders have that. Skills are there. Those skills have to be utilized in the right way. So I do know that we are using technology. We will use more technology in even Buddha Seva Foundation. We will use more technology, but not only that, we're going to stop there. Instead, we will also build more technology to advancement. But that is so clear to me. And it's the same for each of us. Our skills, management skills, technical skills will have to be utilized even if you're going into service. Ultimately, we recognize that we have to take care of our 5 bodies. This is the 5th body, which is all that is. We are that all that is. So unless my 2 hands are healthy, I'm not healthy as a body. Same way, unless the people around me are healthy and I'm happy, I cannot be happy. We recognize that slowly. So ultimately, the purpose will be for everybody and everybody in this room who are meditating and who understood that we are one with everyone. So naturally, we got to take care and help. That will become a natural extension, but that so be it. Let it come naturally. It will have to come. It will come. But until that time, we are taking care of whatever that is deep desire, and then we closely listen in. So, friends, this is for those who are able to listen in. We will learn maybe tomorrow during this week. People say, hey, it's not clear to me yet. What do I do now? What do I do? It's not clear to me yet. So how do I determine? If my heart is, yes, I'm listening to my heart, but I'm still not clear. Clarity is not coming. So there are a few things that we can do. Trying to understand the flow, drawing some vision boards. Some of these can help in trying to decipher what a purpose should be and what it is right now. So we learn that. This is where we also apply what are our abilities, our talents versus what our desires. So all of that we'll learn in our next session. But needless to say that regular meditation is helping us decipher and understand what is my next purpose for the next set of years. What should I be doing? I'm clear that I will be doing on this Buddha Seva Foundation work for a few years. Now, can I say deterministically that no, next 20 years I'm going to do this? I don't know. I don't know. Neither do I want to be that way, because you see, as the environment is changing, our designs also change. We come with a purpose, but we keep changing the design. Sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma. There are 3 things are there. So we keep changing our designs too as we're working in. So as the environment changes, as people are changing, if there's an acceleration happening and the shift in the consciousness happens pretty quickly, maybe we all need to just celebrate life. That's all. There's no more to teach meditation anything, and then it can be a shortened time if the golden age is established much quicker. So, but yes, I do know that largely speaking, next 3 to 5 years we're going to do this, and then we'll continue and continue and continue. Right? We're going to continue this work in many different forms. So, dear friends, purpose is there. Overarching purpose may be known, not known. We don't have to worry about it. Instead, we only need to understand what is it that I need to do in the next 3 to 5 years or 2 to 5 years. So that time frame, different for different people. And then meditation is giving us that clarity. And by connecting dots, using a spirit, using a messengers, there is another important point I forgot to tell. We all need to have a spiritual mentor. It's important. Just like in business, we have a mentor to be successful. We keep bouncing off ideas, have a spiritual mentor. Multiple people can be there. For me, Vani is a mentor. I mean, not mentor, Vani is a messenger. You have mentors, you have messengers. So people who soundboard, they also feel for you. Certain close friends are messengers. They tell you, they reflect on you. You know, they reflect, and so you go to them and they feel, they give you intuitive messages. There's some messengers are there. We use messengers. We use some of our friends who are also becoming intuitive, and we all travel journey together. So usually people who are journeying together need not be relatives, but even could be their spiritual friends too. And then we have mentors. When you have mentors, like Patriji is a great mentor to me. Many a times when I wanted to get a clarity on a decision that I feel to myself, but then I wanted somebody to also reinforce it, then I would ask, and then he would tell me one way or the other. The spiritual mentor is very important to have for each of us. So you have the mentor. The mentor is obviously is helping us navigate. They also are acting as sounding board to us. We don't go to them every second instance, but then any of these major decisions we're taking, we take their help, right? It is like that. They act as sounding board. We also have to feel for it, and then we do that. So having a mentor and having those messengers to us, the people who have that thing for us, taking those messages. One, he gave me a message that I'll become a CEO. I was a hardcore technologist long ago in my company. I was CTO, as a co-founder CTO. She said, you will become a CEO not very far away, so hang in there. Don't try to jump ship, and then you're going to be there. And I became a CEO after a year and a half or so. Then I had more influence and more control of the company, so we were able to navigate appropriately. So things happen, dear friends. So having those, listening into ourselves, asking in our meditation, setting an intent, morning times using it with our heightened awareness, spiritual messengers and mentors, connecting the dots, are various ways how we can listen into our heart and then get clarity and then do a purpose. And those who are still having challenge will understand that in the next class. With that, I conclude for today, my friends. We'll take a message from Karthikeyan sir and close the session.
Okay.
Sir, you have moved several jobs, you have taken several postings. So obviously something has been there with you.
Yeah, but your real life story is a lesson for everyone. Inspiring story of what all you have gone through from stage to stage. It is true. Ultimate purpose is because ultimate purpose is like you, all of us to be happy and to spread happiness to as many as possible. That is the ultimate purpose of your real worthy life is that. But meanwhile, stage to stage, we have to go on moving from place to place. As you rightly beautifully said that, at every stage you want to learn, perform, at the same time enjoy. Without waiting for ultimately I will do something after 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is. That is, so you should enjoy the journey itself. The journey, stage to stage itself must be enjoyable without waiting ultimately for something happening and getting frustrated in between. If you start enjoying the life, learning, performing whatever we happen to do for the time being, then the whole life becomes joyous, and we are able to spread joy to others at every stage. You have said it very beautifully in very clear terms how you have gone through and then whatever you have done, achieved, and all that. Yes, ultimately you were a software man. You wanted to create your own organization. You were working only to be acquired by the IBM. All that happened all right. But your ultimate purpose in life, inherent purpose in life is to serve, which you inherited from your parents, your wonderful brother, then all your Patriji, everybody came on the way to help achieve your purpose. But in the heart of everyone, not only you and me, I'm sure all of us who are here continue to be attending it regularly. You have got an inner desire to not only be happy, you want to make happiness and peace around us as much as possible. That is the real ultimate purpose, whether they realize it or not. That's why we are all here now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very well said. Ultimate purpose. I know you stood for service. Kathkenji stood for service throughout. Service with integrity and total commitment. And that's great. All of our purpose will be that for sure. So we'll meet back again tomorrow at 6 a.m., dear friends, and then learn more about this topic too during the week. May not be tomorrow is a breakout room. So tomorrow we'll go and then share one of the very few breakout rooms left in this 40-day course now. Right? Very few. It's tomorrow and then maybe this Saturday, and then I think that's where it stops. Afterwards, next week, we'll be doing more of a common sharing. So do please actively participate. And also, we have started for beginners, a daily night 9 to 9:40 p.m. There is a 40-minute meditation session that is being conducted by Pyramid Valley for beginners who want to learn, who missed that first week or second week, some of those, so you can learn more intricate details of meditation. So please do join in. It's a great opportunity for beginners to go, and then it's not another meditation practice. Instead, they'll do meditation practice to 15-20 minutes, but then they're going to explain the nuances of meditation. So you can catch 1 or 2 sessions there, and then so that we can fully up to speed in several things that we talk here. So do that. Thank you all and have a great day. And the Zoom link, Chandu? You said
Yes, sir.
something
Yes, sir. I'll post it in the chat.
in the, yeah, okay.